Hi Gemini, I'm Jude. Welcome to your weekly reading. Oh, Gemini, it's already happening. What we've got here is what's been going on. I'm Jude, welcome. This is a reading for the week of the 28th of April. And we will look at what's going on for you to start with, and then we'll get into the week of the 28th. And Gemini, thank you if you're happy to like and subscribe. It all helps the channel, and I appreciate that. All right, I hope you enjoy the reading. What's been going on? Four of Swords and the Fool card. I feel you've been having a little bit of time out here, Gemini. Often the Four of Swords says, you know, you've needed this bit of time out to recover, regroup, recalibrate after something that's been quite painful emotionally. And there's been some maybe hurtful words or unpleasantness, because the card before the Four of Swords is the Three of Swords. And that's where it is quite a painful situation that's caused some heartache. And there's an indication here of needing some rest and recovery, some mental peace and regrouping, which allows you to have this new beginning, Gemini. And the Fool card says there's a bit of a leap of faith here for a fresh new start. Clear the slate, have a new beginning, and you know, and a new journey. So let's look at the week of the 28th and we'll see what the cards have got for you. For Gemini, Seven of Cups, a big choice. Knight of Wands. You might be shifting, moving. Oh, that spun, but it didn't drop out and I couldn't see what it was. So, okay. Interesting. For Gemini, King of Cups, water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Knight of Swords, Page of Pentacles, the World card, the King of Wands, and the Two of Swords, which feels like it sits over here. So, yes, a choice, a decision, a lot of discussion and conversation. Knight of Wands, that's here. Okay, I'll pick them up together. There's a lot of energy, a little bit of... the feeling with these two knights is they're both a little bit impetuous. They're a little bit quick off the mark, a little bit selfish, a little bit not fully formed. So a lot might get said or spoken. The feeling I'm getting with it is a sense of immaturity or haste. And I'm not saying that of you, Gemini, but this is the energy. You might have a couple of people around you. And if they're knights, they tend to be young adults, like age sort of 20 to 35 kind of age. But that's the energy level, the maturity level kind of. And I don't mean that meanly to anybody, but that's the vibe I'm getting from these cards. It's kind of a young, bit pushy, bit outspoken, but hasn't sort of thought it through kind of sense around. And it's like you're being called to make a choice here, and it's very unclear what you want to do. It's a tricky choice. And there's a lot of emotions swirling around here. So you might be in the midst of a mix of something, Gemini, that is pushing you a bit, is the feeling. And it's not clear what way to go. And there's a choice to make, but it's like, this is hard and I'm not sure which way and I'm not clear on what I want. And there's a bit of argy-bargy kind of going. I feel like I want to do that with the cards. It's a weird feeling, but that's what I'm getting. Now, the King of Cups might suggest a mediator or a coach or a psychologist or someone that can bring calm, emotional balance and reason to a situation. So if you're having an argument with someone, for instance, and they're saying, well, you've got to decide, you've got to pick, maybe there's support from someone here that can help navigate this. And or you've got a water sign person, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but it also is saying stay calm, Gemini, stay cool, stay in your high emotional frequency. Because an offer does come. There is an offer, and it's a solid offer, because we're now in Pentacle energy. We're out of this push-pull, argy-bargy, and we're into a solid offer. And we've got the King of Wands and the World. Now, the King of Wands is fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. And the World card says there's a successful completion or ending to something. Because the World card says it's a cycle that closes, and it does it neatly, well, positively, with ease and grace, and it all gets completed and tied up and sailed off into the sunset in a very strong, positive way. Your energies around have also gone from a Knight of Wands to a King of Wands. So there's a maturing or an evolution here in what's going on around you. Little bit bumpy, Gemini. So I'm just going to close your reading out and ask for what would be helpful for you as you navigate this week. Yeah. We've got the Four of Cups. For Gemini, please. I feel like there's one more. Thank you. Yeah. And we've got the card of death and rebirth, which is Scorpio energy. So the Four of Cups says you're not really keen on what's being offered. It doesn't inspire you a whole lot. But when we get this card, it also encourages us to look. You decide whether you want to accept it or not, Gemini, but the card feels like it. And it might be the fourth offer. 3 offers are made and it's the fourth one, and the cards say do have a look at it. Whether you choose to take it or not, it's up to you, but at least have a look is the feeling here. And this card in this deck, it's called Death and Rebirth, but it's about there's been an ending, which is repeating here. So something's closed out, Gemini, and you're on your way to a new beginning, which is kind of what the Fool is talking about here too. So something ends, and it's the process of the ending that's tricky, but you're moving in a new positive direction according to these cards, a new beginning, but you're still going through the tail end of the ending. That's what I can see this week. I hope you have a beautiful week, Gemini. Bye from me, and I'll see you next time.